how we're gonna get into this little. Okay. We got 1 foot in. Now we got 2. Now we got 2 in. Oh. Episode 37. Wow, we made it. We're here in a different studio today. Those of you who are on the video version, I'm on a home for winter break right now. So this is my little renovation. I got my my lawn chair, my home tribe blanket, you know, that Pendleton. Shout out to Tulalip Tribes. You know, I got this little desk I got at Walmart. This little desk is pretty cool, you know. It's simple. I like to be a simple guy, and most of you who are watching on the video as well probably see that I have every color of the rainbow currently on me and more. You know, I'm looking at the blues, the yellows, the reds, the greens. It's like God just came up to me and stapled a rainbow on me, you know. That's kind of what it feels like. You know, a patterned, stitched patterned rainbow. That's what I might name the episode. I have no idea yet. But what's going on, guys? It's episode 37. A lot of things going on. Great day, great week, great month, great people. It's going really great, you know. But I recently just went to the chiropractor. For those of you who do not know what the chiropractor is, it's a doctor who cracks your back. And there's nothing more resetting than that. I would use my chiropractor's name on here, but I don't want to, you know, advertise and things for that if he's not paying me. I'm just joking. No, I just don't know if he's cool with me sharing his name on here. But yeah, you go in there and they basically grab your neck and twist it, and it feels like you're going to get your neck ringed. That's kind of what it feels like, to be honest with you. So I went in there, got my neck ringed up. Then I got on this weird machine where you stand on, and then he like kind of pushes his palm into your back, and it cracks. And then you lay on your side, and then he grabs your leg and arm, and then he puts his body weight like he squishes you, but your whole back cracks, and you feel like you just you reset it. That's kind of what a chiropractor feels like. And I think that's a lot of things that people need to do is reset in life a little bit. Sensory deprivation chambers do that. Chiropractors, massages, going up to the mountains, working out. I think those are the best type of things in the world, you know. Even relationships with certain people, you know, that refreshes you. Even say you get into one, like a friend, you know, friendship with someone, and or you, you know, you lose someone, and or you get that refreshing sense of stability, I feel like, and you're learning a little bit about yourself. Because when you go up to the mountains, you're away from all this light, you're away from all these signals, you're away from all this people needing you. I feel like that's what it is. You know, when you go up to the mountains and you're hiking, you're focused on you. You're focused on a bear not eating you. I feel like that's what the most powerful thing is when you can isolate yourself and just worry about you. And think about everything I just named is pretty much self-worth. You go to the gym, you're worrying about yourself, you know, your self-image, how people portray you, how you want to be different. Maybe you want to be able to fit a pant size smaller, or maybe you want to be able to look better in a shirt. And or, you know, you go to the chiropractor, you want your back to feel good for you. You're not going to the chiropractor to post it about it on Instagram. You know, it's everything on there is basically for yourself. And even shopping's like that too. You get, actually, it can go both ways, because some people will buy certain things for certain people to impress them. And that's, you know, that's up to you. But I bought this sweatshirt, man. I love it. It's a little big. I'm going to have it sewn up a little bit, tailored to my needs here. But I love it. I love it kind of gives me like an old 70s sweater look a little bit. I like that. It goes along with my 90s Forrest Gump shoes I wear a lot. But, you know, to go off of a lot of things I've been talking about, I got some notes I want to talk to you guys today. A lot of people are focused with weight issues, and a lot of people who are not okay with their weight. And I understand that there's a lot of genetic diseases, and there's a lot of things that don't help you, but it doesn't help when you go out drinking 6 to 7 days a week and you're wondering why you're gaining weight. I'll tell you exactly why you're gaining weight. It's because you're drinking fucking carb beer. Beer has carbs in it, dude. Like, you want to know why you're gaining weight? It's because you're chugging fucking a pitcher of beer down a night. You know, it may not think like it's a cheeseburger to you, but here, let's look that up. How many calories are in a pitcher of beer? So, how many calories are in a 12-ounce beer? Oh, in a beer pitcher. Here we go. A pitcher is 4 pints, and a pint of most beer is about 200 calories. So 800 total calories from a pitcher of beer. And I understand not everybody's going to drink a pitcher of beer by themselves. You get them for you and your friends. But a pitcher is 800 calories. You get 3 pitchers. You know, you had 6 drinks. That's calories right there. And then you add on the nachos you have or the mozzarella sticks you get or the macaroni, deep-fried macaroni. That's why you're gaining weight. That's exactly why you're gaining weight. You could not work out for 2 weeks and then just have that diet going out maybe 4 times a week. You're going to gain weight. So don't come to me saying, well, I drink and I do this. That's why you're gaining weight. And oh, man. I love what I do, man. I get to sit here and talk to myself, and people are listening, and they get to interpret it a great way, or maybe they can get mad at that. They could be, you know, the the funny thing is some people probably turned it off because they got butthurt that they are the ones gaining weight, and I just exposed why they're gaining weight, and now they want to get mad at me and say, oh, well, you're fat shaming, and that's not it at all. I'm just saying, well, let's look at that. Let's look at what you're eating, you know. Eat a fucking salad, how about? And, you know, everyone who, I'm not calling anyone out who's fat or anything, by the way. I want you guys not to get all butthurt by that. But, yeah, you know, it's just, I've seen a lot of things on Twitter now because I just joined Twitter. And one of the most annoying hard jokes of the week, I think, is, you know, when you're sitting there and you're like, all right, I'm going to post a screenshot of whatever it is, and then you didn't charge your battery, and then some bonehead wants to come and comment, oh, you need to charge that battery. Like, dude, we get it. You have nothing else to do but call people out on their phone battery. Their phone battery. It's not even like you're like, hey, man, I just saw your girl talking to another guy. Heads up. It is, wow, you're telling me to charge my phone. I didn't know that already. People who don't know that their phone is under 20%, they know. There's no way they don't know. So let's not act like we don't know once their phone's below 20, because I swear to God, it lets you know probably every 20 seconds. I'll be watching a video, 20%. Okay, I get it. 10 seconds later, it's telling me it's 20% again. Like, but that last 20% of the Apple battery is definitely the strongest 20%. The other 80, they're weak, dude. I swear, from 100 battery percent to 20, they're just like Captain America before he was all juiced up, and then the last 20% of your battery is definitely Captain America. You know what I mean? That's what it feels like. But yeah, it's. And the last 1% is like Iron Man, if I were to put it in the MCU universe way, you know. I don't know. It's just, I've been dealing with the weird people, and I've always had this weird thing in my life where the weirdos always try to gravitate towards me, like in public. One time I was walking to Burger King with my buddies, and this guy come walking up to me, and he said, "Hey man, you look like you look like a guy who has weed." And I was like, "I do not have weed." But he's like, "No, really, let me get some weed." I was like, "I don't have weed, dude." And then he walked away. He might have been a little bit strung out, but come on, I don't look that weird, do I? I mean, I guess I am wearing a stitched sweater right now. But at the end of the day, do I look like a guy who has weed? Maybe, like maybe in this sleeve right here, I got you, bro. Like, no. And then one time, a long time ago, I was over in a town next to where I live, and there was this old lady. She hopped out of a van. She looked like a hardcore metal old lady, by the way. Like she wasn't like a sweet old lady you see at Michael's or Craft Mart. Those are the sweetest old ladies, but this lady looked a little metal. She looked like she probably just recently went to a rock concert. And she knocked on she walked up to my car and she tried to just straight up open it when I was sitting in the driver's seat. I have tinted windows, but she just like looked in my car and tried to open it. And what I should have done was just honked at her, but I was just like, I just sat there and like, does she really not see me? And then she like ran away into her gremlin van or her grape van or whatever, rape van, and went in there with her like 30-year-old boyfriend. Like this lady was probably 70 years old, I swear to God. And she tried to walk into my car. I didn't know what to do. I didn't feel threatened at all. It was almost like I was laughing. I was like, did she really just try to do that? And I was in like a super public place. Like I was in like a grocery store parking lot. Like I saw people behind me. Like if shit were to go down, I could have just said something. But like she really tried. I guess that's kind of impactful. One time, and I went over to Seattle with my friends, and we're walking around, 4 dudes. We didn't really look in place, to be honest with you. We, 2 white guys and 2 mixed guys, me being one of the mixed guys. And we were walking around downtown Seattle pretty late looking for a bar to go, relax at or chill at. And this homeless guy comes up to us and asks us for money. And, obviously all 3 of us said, no, bro, I don't got no cash on me. And one of my other buddies said, yeah, I don't have cash on me, and tried to walk away. And then he's like, what about the 20 hanging out your pocket? And the buddy's like, oh, you got me. Oh, yeah. And it was just like, he totally got called out by a homeless guy, man. We were walking around Seattle. This guy fucking blank had his cash hanging out of his back pocket, man. That's one of my best friends, but come on, dude. You can't tuck it in a little more? Oh, my God. That was fucking funny. Dude, I was wearing some Jordans, too. I was a little worried when he called me out a little bit. Like, we could have took the guy for sure, but I don't even know why I wore Jordans that night. Like, there's no point in wearing Jordans in the big cities. Like New York, Seattle, LA, Chicago, Houston, Dallas, Portland even, don't wear Jordans walking down unless you want to give them away. Unless you want to be a charity. Because if you were wearing like $200 breads or something like that, or $200 sevens or something, somebody might take them from you. So I advise you to just wear maybe your Vans or your anything else. Maybe some Converse down to downtown or wherever you're going at night. Because, I'm not just going to let some guy, come to steal my shit, but at the expense of my life, if it was a guy twice my size and said, hey, give me your shoes or I'm going to kill you, I'm not going to die for my fucking Jordans. And I know there's some people there's some people out there who would die for their Jordans, and shout out to them, but not me, man. I've been kind of evolving from J's. I do love Nikes though and Jordans, but it's I get them and I never wear them, or it's like a special occasion, and it just doesn't feel. No, it feels amazing wearing the shoes. I think I'd just rather go to the grocery store and buy that with that money. Like $200, I can go to Walmart for like 2 weeks and eat like a king. Like I can get like a whole thing of black beans, whole thing of green beans, some chicken, all good proteins like salmon or steak, and that's gonna do me a little more than the J's. J's will get me a couple compliments, but eating healthy will keep me longer to get more compliments. It's an investing. I'm investing in myself, and nothing ever really goes wrong when you invest in yourself. I realized, because I started investing myself in working out a while ago, And ever since then, it's been amazing. Working out, what working out does to you is you get that self-confidence in yourself. You start thinking you could talk to certain people, and maybe in the sport world, you feel more confident in your game. It's one of the biggest and best improvements I've ever done in my life. And I'm pretty sure it has for most people, as soon as you see little improvements, you start getting happy. But today I posted a Kawhi Leonard picture of him super excited after he hit a game-winning shot. And that's how I kind of feel right now. I feel really, really happy in what's going on in life. Like, everything is coming. It's like the stars are aligning, it feels like. And it's amazing. And I wanted to be able to share that with you guys. And I know sometimes it gets a little soppy and inspirationally in this podcast. But that's the truth, And I know there's someone out there who maybe he's having a great time too, and they just don't want to celebrate it. And that always sucks, man. Like, there's been times where I neglected going out and having a good time after a celebration, and then you regret it. So, if you have the chance to congratulate yourself, maybe it's Employee of the Week, maybe it's graduating, maybe it's I don't know. Somebody gives you a free thing at Starbucks in the drive-thru, and you just kind of brush it off like it's nothing. That's cool that happened to you. That's kind of rare. But I'm not saying go celebrate if you get hit by lightning, though. That would suck. I do know someone too. I just had a conversation with him who has been pooped on by a bird twice in his life. He should definitely go get a lottery ticket. Because I have never been shit on by a bird. And I'm not, knock on wood for that, but it's just, I maybe I'm not in the right places. I'm really glad I haven't been shit on by a bird, but it has not happened to me. Has it happened to you? Like a hawk, a seagull, an eagle, maybe a crow, pigeon. I've never seen a pigeon get above 5 feet, though. Like, I see him on telephone wires, but I never see him run up there. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time you saw a pigeon other than on the ground? Do they ever fly? Do they ever do anything? Like, I feel like they just eat bread and then just, like, sleep standing. Because I've seen them on some telephone wires, but how the hell did they get up there? Did Jesus, like, grab them and pick them there and just put them there? Because I've never seen them fly up there. Like, I'll see them fly maybe like, once someone, like, drives by or something. But they fly, like, 2 feet in the air, and then they're like, all right, that's it. That's all I really wanted to do. I kind of feel like a pigeon sometimes. Only because they just kind of stick to themselves a little bit, and they fly away when trouble's coming, I'm not one for trouble. Never really have been. I guess, yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. Pigeons are pretty cool, man. They got a pretty chill life. I'm happy for them. But what song, when you're, right now you're probably thinking about changing it, and if you do, what song are you thinking about changing it to, or what do you want to listen to, other than me blabber around? I've always wondered that when somebody changes the podcast, what do they go to? Like, after listening to something like this, do you listen to another podcast, or do you go straight to like Yin Yang Twins or some DMX? Do you straight go to like some hardcore stuff right after this, or do you kind of keep it chill? I've always wondered that. Because I know what I do after listening to a podcast. I listen to one, and then I listen to some music, and then sometimes I'll put on another one. I need like a halftime. Sometimes it's hard for me to listen to podcasts in the car, but I really like to listen to podcasts in the grocery store. I went to Ivar's the other day, and Ivar's is pretty good, by the way. Ivar's is seafood. For those of you who don't know, it's like a fast food seafood place. And I had clam chowder with some fries. But the thing is, man, here's the honest truth. Me and my cousins were going to Mexican. And Mexican always slaps. Mexican food is always going to be good, no matter when you have it. Like, it has everything. Mexican food is the most amazing food, I think, on this planet, other than, cultural food back home or home-cooked meals. Mexican food is definitely up there. Or if you ever met anyone who cooks, like, authentic Mexican food, man, you gotta, like, keep them in your life forever. I had a authentic Mexican one time at this girl's place, and oh my goodness, it was amazing. It, like, makes you, like, want to be in that person's life forever. Because then they invite you to another barbecue or something, and then you're just going to feel good, Like, there's the Thanksgiving feeling after you feel full, and you're like, all right, I feel full, but I just kind of had stuffing and white turkey. No matter who cooks the turkey, it all tastes the same. But, like, you go to a Mexican cookout, a Mexican barbecue, they got all the good stuff, man. That pollo, that's the good stuff, salsa and all that really good everything. Like, people are like, oh, you probably wouldn't like this dish. I was told that, and I was like, man, I love this dish. Well, how do you say dish in Spanish? I don't know. I know El Cuadrano is notebook, and you could use that as a dish. You could put some food on an El Cuadrano. Yeah. Like, if I went to Mexico and they said, like, hey, you got to say dish, and the only thing I could say was El Cuadrano or El Libro, there's got to be a book in there I could just put my food on, For sure. But no, we wanted to have Mexican, but we ended up going to Ivers, and it just didn't hit the spot. Sorry, Ivers, it really didn't. Like, the clam chowder was good and the fries were good. It just didn't feel like that type of night. It was even raining too, so, like, it felt like a chowder type of day. But it was just really, it let me down a little bit. Yeah, I'm still waiting on some of you guys to leave a voicemail for the show. Please leave a voicemail, 425-320-3641. Again, 425-320-3641. Yeah, man. I mean, I love hearing people's, like, stories. I think that's what I like the most about the voicemails. If someone will leave one, I think it would just be funny. Like, hey, Dom, just hit a roly-poly on the road today. Hope all is well. Shit like that. That's funny. What else has been going on in my life? I recently got back on the Tinder grind. And the funny thing is I hated on Tinder a while ago, and I still kind of hate it. It's like going to a shitty diner. Downloading Tinder is like going to a shitty diner. It's like, you're gonna get let down, but you're so lonely yet, or hungry, that you just download it, and then you meet someone, and it just feels greasy, and it just doesn't feel right. And then you just want to get out of there as fast as possible, sometimes without even having the whole meal. You just, can I get the check? Man, I've had that in a Tinder experience one time where can I go? Like, in my head, I just made up an excuse and left. And it wasn't against the girl at all. It was just like, I just didn't want to be there. But I think the reason why Tinder is so, like, why it doesn't work is because it's like you're rushing something. And if you rush anything, it's just like there's no get-rich-quick scheme, There's no anything. It's like as soon as you try to rush it and try to get rid of the organic part of it, I feel like it hurts you a little bit. And I know people have met and been married on Tinder or Bumble or whatever the fuck you use. But it feels like a little less organic sometimes to me. And I feel like that's why I get a little upset by it. I've downloaded and re-downloaded Tinder like probably 5 times throughout the year so far. And it just feels a little gross. But I'm still on it. And just because I'm on it doesn't mean I'm, like, trying to hoe around or anything. It's like, I think what it is just want someone to talk to. Like a girl to talk to. Like, How was your day? Shit like that's like nice to do for me. I like that kind of stuff. Even though I got friends and I got all these like family members I could check up on, it's just nice to, I think, know your value a little bit to the opposite sex. And I think that's because we're so needy nowadays. You look at the world and you say, like, does this person even like me? So you subtweet, or you put on your story, or you Facebook post, you make a TikTok, a sad TikTok now, and then you just don't know anymore. That's the thing with TikTok, though. I'm pretty social media oriented, and I know I'm pretty confident in my social media skills, but TikTok is like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I really don't. Like, I could dance and stuff, and I get that, it's for that, but I just don't feel, I feel weird on there, because there's like 14 and 15-year-olds on there dancing around, like, really, like, eccentrically, and then there's me, like, making a dumb, stupid, like, gamer joke. I just don't fit in. But girls, like, run TikTok right now. They're running it. Like, I've met some girls who are just, like, on that shit 6 hours a day. TikTok. And I'm like, all right, man. Like, that's cool. Like, I wish I could get it. Like, it's super interesting to see people get interested in something, Like, when you talk to someone and they, like, oh, yeah, this is my favorite artist and here's why, and they go on to this hour rant. I like those rants. Those are the rants I think I like to listen to the most. Or one time I met this person, blank, 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 and then you're like, whoa, what, how, whoa. I think that's the coolest thing about just meeting someone. And I think that's probably why, to go back full circle, Tinder is so cool, because you can you meet someone and then you get to learn about them. And it's not even the sexual acts, too. A lot of people want to ask about that. Oh, you're just getting it to get with someone. And that's never the... I guess, okay, that's a lie. But that's not the main premise of it, because there's people out there in the world that I've met without Tinder that are down to do those things anyway. So that's not the only reason why I do it. And I'm pretty sure that's for everyone. Everyone has that one person that they probably could do at any second, or could start a relationship with at any second, because that person likes them. I definitely had a couple people like that in my life. Or I bet you I was that person in some people's lives, where I was so whipped and ready to, like, kind of succumb in a weird way. Like, not even succumb, more like just be part of their life, And now, I mean, like, fuck that. But, like, there was a weird moment in my life where I'd kind of wait around for the girl to, like, say, hey, do you want to do this? And I would drop everything. And that sucks. That sucks, man. That's not a good place to be. It's really not. But there's good in the world. There really is. And I want to acknowledge that Tinder has done cool things. And I don't want to talk about Tinder this whole time, that's for sure. I just saw Billie Eilish will be 18 tomorrow. And I feel bad for that girl. For that. Billie Eilish is a big performer. She has like 45 million followers on Insta. She's been killing the game for music lately. And her DMs are going to be flooded tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure they've already been flooded. But yeah, she's going to be 18 tomorrow. Good for her. Let's see what big news headlines we got here. Big news headlines. I'm just going to look these up on my computer. Big news headlines, NBC News. And before you get all, you listen to or you read the NBC News, I just clicked on the first thing that popped up. Don't get all political with me about, you're NBC, because it's the first thing. Because if you guys really wanted me to do, I'll go and actually click on whatever the one below it is. CNN. There's NBC, CNN. The first one I saw was NBC. You know what? I'm going to go to Yahoo News, because that's how butthurt people get nowadays. Yahoo News. Here we go. I don't really want to talk politics on here, Honolulu officer pleads guilty in urinal licking case. Honolulu police officer pled guilty Monday of depriving a homeless man of his civil rights by forcing him to lick a public urinal. Wow. I don't know really what. That's fucked up. I feel like that's another case of power kind of thing that happened. Have you guys ever seen that Stanford Project movie? And like they had the officers, they picked, it was like they had these students and they had these other students and they split them up and just chose, hey, you're going to be the parole officer and you're going to be the prisoners. And they started going crazy because the power went to their heads and they started acting like actual prisoners. I think that's kind of like what happened. That happens sometimes with police officers. They get some power and it goes to their head a little bit and they do things that aren't really right to people just because they have the authority of the law behind them. And that's fucked up, man. And that's what I think about that. But there's two sides to every story. But yeah, that's kind of weird. Okay, I don't really like these. These are all like politics. Let's just go to look at this podcast. Top podcasts. Look at this. We got Here's to Make Friends, a HuffPost podcast about The Bachelor, where hosts Emmy Gray and Claire Fallon lovingly snark and recap the latest episodes from The Bachelor. Huh. Cool. That's pretty cool. I like that. Let's put crazy news headlines. Yeah, let's look that up. That's going to be cool. Crazy news headlines. 25 crazy news headlines around the world according to thetravel.com. Let's go to number 1. There's 25 of them. I'm going to scroll down. We'll do the top 3. Crazy news. Hawaiian monk seal gets eel stuck up its nose. Get fucking wrecked, seal. How about that? Eel just said, stick it to the man. I'm all for that, man. Team eel, baby. Man, you look at this, this damn eel, man. He's going way up there, up to them cranium. That cranium, dude. He loves it up there. It's snug for him. Cool. Team eel, baby. Man, these seals are annoying as hell, dude. They do nothing except for taking fish, taking up the sea. I think we actually have a seal problem. Like there's an actual problem because there's too many seals in our ocean right now. Yeah, so team eel. Number 2, insomnia leads women to her second lottery jackpot. Huh. Counting sheep works for some people as a cure for insomnia. For others, drinking herbal tea and limiting screen time before bed helps them. There are also that embrace their sleepiness and write best-selling novels or build something amazing. Then there was a woman in Maryland that used the numbers from her last time she looked at the clock before she finally fell asleep, 11 and 56, as a lotto picks. According to the United Press International, the woman cashed in on the jackpot for the second time using this method. We've never been so jealous of an insomniac. Maybe with all this jackpot money, she could go buy a better bed. Or maybe get on a workout program or eat some greens. That maybe could help. But maybe she's done everything. God, that $1.6 billion lottery jackpot. What would you do with $1 million or $1 billion? I feel like it would bum me out a little bit. Like if I were to win the lottery, I would get bummed. Like I wouldn't really have to work for anything. Like I could just pay rent, buy a place, get a car, and it's like I didn't work for it. I'd be angry all the time. I'd be sad. So on episode 37, we had some voicemails that I wanted to get to. Let's actually get right to that right now. So if you guys would like to leave a voicemail for the show in the future, the number is 425-320-3641. Again, 425-320-3641. Yeah, here we go.
It is Corinne, your favorite guy.
Hey, what up?
Just thought I'd come on here and tell you I love you and I'm proud of you for doing all this. It's pretty dope. And I also have someone else with me.
What's up, bro? It's your Uncle Anthony. I'm just checking in.
Oh, okay. Hold on. We got to pause this one. This guy is not my uncle, by the way. He's a bro. He ain't an uncle. He's an F.
Podcast going good. Going good. I'm trying to get on the what is that other one called? The sports one.
Okay.
I want to get on sports one.
All right. Well, we love you, bro.
My guy.
Bye.
Hey, that's pretty cool. That's why I started this. You know, the voicemails are the best part of the show. Thank you guys so much for everything, for listening, leaving the voicemail. Man, it's a little hard when you first leave that voicemail and you type it in those numbers and you hear the voicemail go. It's hard to keep it going without smiling and laughing. But thank you guys so much for leaving the voicemail. It means a lot. And I hope everything's going great down there with work, getting them kids straightened out. You know, them teens down there, they're at that age where you gotta let them know. You know, you gotta let them know. All right. You know, she's always sharing my my posts, and that's pretty fucking cool. For someone to share your shit means a lot, you know. And I get it, but it's really cool for her to do that. Other than that, though, yeah, this has been episode 37. We're in a whole 37. 3 episodes away from 40. It's a little scary being up in their 40s. But we're getting there. The sweatshirt's nice. And, yeah. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud, Google Podcasts, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. So, yeah, follow us on all the shows. And thank you so much for listening today. And be sure to leave a voicemail at 425-320-3641. And be sure to have a great day, guys. Thank you guys so much.